Most research projects do not fail because the topic is weak. They fail because the data collection is messy, and if you are a researcher, you already know this pain. Before you even analyze anything, you spend hours cleaning responses, fixing missing fields, checking duplicates, and trying to understand who answered what. In this video, I'll show you how to use the data collection tools inside Cited Evidence to create structured research forms, collect clean participant responses, use ready-made study templates, export data, and connect responses directly with Google Sheets. So first, I'll open Cited Evidence and go to the left side menu. Here, I can see Data Collection Tools. This is the section where researchers can create forms for collecting study data. Once I open it, I land on the Data Collector dashboard. At the top, there are three main options. The first option is Collect Data by creating forms. This is where I can build a normal research form from scratch. For example, I can create a questionnaire for a study on sleep quality, dietary habits, screen time, mental health, patient satisfaction, or knowledge and practices about hygiene. The second option is for forms that have skip logic and conditions. This is very important in research because not every participant should answer every question. For example, if a participant says they do not smoke, then they should not see follow-up questions about number of cigarettes per day. The form can automatically skip those questions and move them to the next relevant section. The third option is for multimedia forms. This is useful when researchers need more than text responses. For example, in field research, a researcher may need to collect photos, audio interviews, signed consent files, videos, or other supporting documents. So this option helps when the study needs evidence or media-based data. Below this, I can see templates. Templates are ready-made forms that researchers can copy and edit instead of starting from zero. Here, there are templates like KAP study. For example, if I am doing a KAP study, which means knowledge, attitude, and practices, I can start with the KAP template and then edit the questions according to my own study topic. For this demo, let's use a simple research example. Imagine I am conducting a study called Screen Time and Sleep Quality Among University Students. So now I'll create a new form. At the top, I can rename the form. Instead of Untitled Form, I'll write Screen Time and Sleep Quality Among University Students. Under that, I can add a form description. I can write, "This questionnaire is part of a research study exploring screen time habits and sleep quality among university students. Your responses will remain confidential and will be used for research purposes only." Now I see Section 1. Sections help researchers organize the questionnaire properly. Now I click Add Question. A question type menu opens. Here, I can choose different types of questions. For age, I can select number because age should be entered as a number. For gender, I can choose Select 1 because the participant will select one option from the list. For education level, I can also use Select 1 with options like undergraduate, graduate, postgraduate, or other. If I want the participant to write their university name, I can choose Short Answer. Short Answer is best for small text responses. If I want a longer explanation, I can choose Paragraph. For example, I can ask, "What usually affects your sleep the most?" This allows the participant to give a detailed answer. Now I can create Section 2, called Screen Time Habits. Here, I can ask questions like, "How many hours per day do you use your phone or laptop?" For this, I can use number. Then I can ask, "Which device do you use the most before sleeping?" "Which platforms do you use before sleeping?" Options can include YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Netflix, WhatsApp, gaming apps, or study websites. Select many is useful when more than one answer is possible. Here I can ask, what time do you usually sleep? For this, I can use time. Then, what time do you usually wake up? Again, I can use time. I can also ask, how would you rate your sleep quality? For this, I can use a scale and rating type if available, or a choice question with options like very poor, poor, average, good, and very good. This helps researchers collect data in a format that is easier to analyze later. Now let's talk about skip logic. Suppose I ask, do you use your phone within 30 minutes before sleeping? If the participant says yes, I can show follow-up questions like, how long do you use it before sleeping? What type of content do you watch? Do you feel it affects your sleep? But if the participant says no, the form can skip these questions and move forward. This keeps the form shorter and smarter. And honestly, nobody enjoys answering irrelevant questions. Even research participants have limits. After creating the form, I can go to the Responses tab. This is where all submitted responses will appear. Once participants start filling the form, their answers will be collected here. There is also an option to connect Google Sheets. This means responses can go directly into a spreadsheet automatically. So instead of manually copying data, the researcher can collect everything in one organized place. Now I'll open the Settings tab. Here, I can choose whether to collect email addresses. For anonymous studies, I may keep this turned off. But for follow-up studies, I may turn it on. I can also choose limit to one response per person. This helps reduce duplicate entries. There is also an option to allow response editing. This can be useful if participants need to correct their answers later. Under Presentation Settings, I can turn on the progress bar. This helps participants see how much of the questionnaire is left. A progress bar can improve completion rate because people are more likely to finish when they know they are close to the end. I can also change the confirmation message. Instead of the default message, I can write, "Thank you for participating in this research study. Your response has been recorded successfully." Instead of fixing messy responses later, you collect organized data from the start. And for researchers, that means less time cleaning data and more time doing the actual analysis. Because research is already hard enough. Your data collection tool should not be the villain of the story. Try this out ourselves and let us know your experience.